Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So I asked what our conversation would be about today. And what I heard is you don't realize how much you've grown already. And I think that kind of holds true for pretty much everyone. I think that for many of us, if not all of us, we don't realize just how much we've grown, how much the things we've been through has helped to reshape our perception. What? Hold on. Okay. I think when we hold on to certain types of beliefs we have about ourselves, certain types of belief that we have about our environment and the people in our lives, we get really caught up in things that we don't need to focus on. We get caught up in things that continue to keep us very skewed in our perception of what we're trying to do. I think for many people, we don't even really know what we're doing most of the time, myself included. So, okay. I think one of the boundaries that you're setting for yourself is going to cast a light on something important for you. So boundaries and then concealment in reverse. There was something that was being hidden, and it might be an intention. It might be, I don't know what, actually. There's something that's being hidden from you. Someone doesn't want you to know something, and you having this boundary, it's a feeling of, it's causing this person to rethink withholding this information. They're rethinking exactly what it is that they need to tell you, share with you. It's someone who's been dedicated. Okay, wait a minute. This is about your growth. This is about your growth. What is this reading? Where is this reading going? This is someone who's tried to stay away from you. I think the reading just got hijacked. I'm going to be honest. This is someone who's tried to stay away from you. They've tried to steer very, very clear of you. And they are on the cusp of admitting something to you. Oh my gosh. Is this like Summer I Turned Pretty? Maybe it's a reading for Belly. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where this reading is going. Okay. I have no idea where this reading is headed, because I was told you don't realize how much you've grown already. And then next thing you know, the conversation is pivoting. It's pivoting about someone who is trying to come closer to you, someone who is trying to work past their insecurities, past whatever hangups they have or have had. And it's definitely something that I think it might affect the trajectory of your journey. Whoever this is, I think they are getting ready to take responsibility for the ways in which they created a problem between the two of you, a problem that they didn't anticipate. Maybe they're someone who is accustomed to getting their way, right? They're accustomed to getting their way, and all they have to do is have a little tantrum, and then people start chasing after them and whatever else they're accustomed to. And it was like, no, not for you. You're not going to fawn. You're not going to chase. You're not going to shut down. You just kept right on. You kept right on. And this was something they didn't initiate. Or no, this is something you did not initiate. But whatever was initiated, it put you in the mindset that you're at right now. And this mindset has turned you into something and someone that is formidable. You are not present for the drama. You're not willing to be dragged into any type of drama. You're not willing to allow yourself to be manipulated, There's no games that you're interested in playing. There's no one you're interested in playing games with. And it's just something where, yeah, you carried on. You carried on, and it was what it was until it wasn't. And then you just kept right on going. You kept just right on going. And as you kept right on going, they had nothing and no one they could invoke to speak on from follow. My connection was severed. on YouTube, my connection was severed. Oh well. So, let's see. You're dealing with quite a few different things, and these are the things that are going to bring your attention to what you need to understand about yourself and your growth. Your intuition is not being used, okay? That means you're going to have to experience this as a regular human, just as a human, experiencing this in the human sense. But you're dealing, I think this might be a third person. I'm not sure. There's this sense of like jealousy, like a lot of jealousy surrounding you. I don't even think you're aware. Hold on. If we're going to get into this type of topic, I need some chapstick. I need some moisturizer on my lips because, you know, okay, my lips are now moisturized enough to talk shit. So there's someone, because this feels like one energy, these two cards. There's someone that really is a very neurotypical individual. This is a yucky feeling. You've been a thorn in their side for quite some time. Whoever this is, you've been a thorn in their side for quite some time just because you exist. I think that whoever this person is that was wanting to come closer to you, they're on the cusp of admitting something to you, something they've concealed even from themselves for however long they've done this. There's a third person who wants that second person. To me, this is all nonsensical. To me, this is all nonsensical. So this person has no integrity. They're very, are they like an organic portal? Is that what it is? Is it like an organic portal is jealous because you're this magical being? You're just so freaking magical. And like maybe it's almost this sense of they've tried so long to embody you. Like they are so jealous of you that they would wear your skin if they could. Ew. That's a nasty, nasty type of thought. I don't even want to leave my feet down. it like grossed me out so bad. Like, yuck. So, okay. I want clarification on this. I want clarification on this because you're bringing up stuff like that. We need to know what and why. Okay, it's going to be something that's going to spark a process in you. It's going to cause you to awaken. It's going to cause you to enter into a space of gnosis, because the next deck, awaken gnosis. It's you just knowing, entering into a space of knowing. I think this is someone that you, the second person who is about to admit something to you. I think this is someone who, I think you already know what this connection is. This is very much a soul-based connection. It's not necessarily something that is romantic. I think they'd like for it to be romantic, but I don't know if you're willing for it to be romantic. And if you're not willing for it to be romantic, then it's not going to be romantic. That's the bottom line. I don't give a damn what kind of soul connection this is. If you are not willing for this to be romantic, then you don't have to. You don't have to. So whatever this is, it's meant to trigger some type of growth within you. It's like they're experiencing chaos. Be still in reverse, right? They're experiencing chaos, and I think because of whatever that soul connection is, you're feeling that chaos as well, and it's an internal chaos. Like you don't really know what to make of it, is a sense. But then it's like you've grown so much that I don't know that you care. Because the next card is free spirit. I think you're kind of just like moving along, and this is something that's helping you to really figure out exactly what it is that needs to happen for your growth. You're no longer waiting for someone else to give you permission to grow. You're no longer waiting for someone else's presence to make you feel complete. You guys, I'm going to tell you something that most people are going to be like, no, that's not true. Fight me then. You don't need a twin to be complete. You came into this life whole. Now, once in a great while, for those who have agreed with another soul to have little nudges, little reminders, you might come across people who have that type of vibrational quality, like part of their character, part of their energy, part of their frequency patterning is something that reminds you of whoever this person is that you probably have not even met yet. Most people will never meet their twin in their life. I know it goes against everything that's being said in spiritual circles. I know everyone who hears this wants to have a twin. Whoever they're sexually attracted to must be their twin. Oh, it's exhausting. It is. So I'm not trying to convince anyone, because people who've already convinced themselves that the person they're sexually attracted to, romantically attracted to, is their twin, you're not going to tell them nothing. You are not going to convince them nothing about nothing, because that is their twin, and they will accept whatever treatment that person dishes out. I'm here to tell you right now, creation, God, universe, chaos, cosmos, sky daddy, however you want to refer to that greater divinity, it never asked you to suffer or wait for another person to make you feel whole. You were created whole. And maybe that's what you're not realizing, that your growth is about your realization that you in fact are whole, that everyone must travel their own journey, their own life. You know, even your children, eventually they live their own lives. Even if you have a good relationship with your children, even if your child loves you so much and is a Velcro child, eventually they have to live their own life. You have to not just allow it, you have to embrace their existence. Autonomous existence. So then what's going to happen here? Well, this is an individual, going back to the reading, this is an individual who's coming to an awareness, that knowledge that you in fact are a significant soul. You in fact are a very, very significant consciousness that they've come across. And I think they have known this for quite some time, but they've been in denial about it. That's too bad, isn't it? Okay, that's just an antagonist in me, okay? Don't take it personal, or take it personal. It's up to you. So this is someone who has checked in here and there. Oh, someone's super fixated on me right now. Are you a demon? I'm joking. You probably are, but whatever. Whoever this is that's super fixated on you, I think this is someone who's coming to an awareness of your significance in their growth. And that person that's associated with them, that's tied to them, they are so far from innocent. This is a meddler. This is give them a fucking violin to strum. Strumming your pain with my fingers, singing your bullshit with my song. This is someone who has had an issue with you for a very long time. Jealous. This is someone who's super jealous. It doesn't matter. Their jealousy is about to create a major issue for them, not for you. And I think whatever this issue is, it's going to be something that's going to trigger codes to wake up. Not just any type of code. This is accelerated ascension mechanics that I'm picking up on. And whatever this is, you're being tasked to push back in such a way that no longer allows you to self-sabotage, but rather instead you are entering into a space of self-acceptance, just embracing yourself as you are. This is like a lot. This is a lot. You need to allow yourself to rejuvenate. This is intended to drain you. And it might be something where your brain just does not stop. You just think and think and think and think and think. That's okay. You can think. It's fine to think. It's not okay to allow yourself to get drained, though. So you need to rejuvenate. You need to allow yourself to get to a point where you are just allowing yourself to exist as you are. You're just allowing. So this is someone who thinks she's a queen bee. Okay. I'm about to talk some shit, okay? If you are sensitive to people talking shit, just randomly talking shit, it might be a good time to just not tune in because I'm about to say something. This card right here, whoever this is, they think they're a queen bee, right? They think they can get their way because either they come from money or have a lot of money now. They are thinking in terms of like investment portfolios. They're thinking in terms of just things that are okay, good for you. Good for you. And they can't wrap their mind around the fact that you, who seemingly does not have as much as them, and they're only thinking of financial stuff, I think it is. They don't understand what's the draw to you because we're magical, bitch. We're just fucking magical. You can't just find us anywhere. You see, not only are you born magical, everything that you go through in life cultivates more of your magic. So all the things that you've been through has added to your value. And whoever the second person is, they're all for it. They love it. They love everything about you. Like you intrigue them. They've never met someone like you. I'm married. Okay. This is not me encouraging anyone. Okay. I feel like I just have to put that out there because some people think I'm talking straight to them in a live stream. And I mean, that's beautiful that you connect in that way. But y'all, I am not encouraging anyone to reach out to me in any way, shape, or form. Especially not stalkerific clowns. Ew. Ew. Okay, so you're just super magical. They love the way your brain works. They love everything about you. They love the faces that you make, the fact that you're so expressive. This is cracking me up. They don't, whoever this third person is, they don't understand. They don't understand. In their head, I don't know, maybe they're like an only child. Like maybe they are struggling through only child syndrome. I mean, I know quite a few only children and they don't act that way. But, let's see. What is only child syndrome? Okay. Hold on. So the myth is that only children are selfish, lonely, spoiled, or have poor social skills. Okay. The reality, research disproves many of these negative stereotypes, showing that only children are just as capable of forming healthy relationships and succeeding in life as those with siblings. The only children that I know are like that. They're good people. So, but I mean, okay, let's see. Let's see. It's used to describe a set of personality traits and symptoms of only children. Let's look for the symptoms because I really don't want to know about it. Symptoms. Okay. Okay. Potential challenges such as desire for attention, difficulty sharing, or perfectionism. These are not universally true for all children, of course. Let's see. I want to see the symptoms in adults. It doesn't say. Let's ask ChatGPT. New chat. What are these symptoms? What are the negative symptoms of only child syndrome? Let me know, chat. Let me know. Okay. Difficulty sharing, lower tolerance for frustration. They may expect things to go their way more often. Perceived selfishness or self-centeredness. They have trouble with criticism. They can be more sensitive to correction since they're used to more praise and attention from adults. They have social challenges. They have less practice with conflict resolution, negotiation, or compromise. And these are general terms, you guys. If you're an only child and this doesn't apply to you, please don't think that I'm saying this is you. Overdependence on adults. Loneliness. Okay. A comparison chart. No, thank you, chat. No, thank you, chat GPT. So this is someone that, I don't know, it feels like an only child syndrome type thing, right? And that's really, that's not even a diagnosis. That's like just kind of like a derogatory concept. As like all the negative traits of someone who has probably been coddled their whole life. I coddle my children, but they don't have those traits. So, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, they might be someone who has gotten more than their fair share of attention, always praised. And this is someone who's not accustomed to not getting their way. It's really like spoiled brat type behavior. Yeah, they don't understand. Like in their head, they are the dream girl. They have everything except your personality and your magic, except that. And whoever the second person is, that's what they want. They want someone as magical as you. So that is what it is. And I don't know that you will become aware of exactly what this is. If your boundaries are not firmly set, then yeah, there's the potential that this will kind of spill over into your life. Other people's drama. I don't think this is someone that you're in contact with. I don't think this is someone that you have regular contact with. So this is not like a gym crush. This is not someone that maybe works with you. This is someone who your paths cross at some point, and then now there's no interaction. You don't see each other, you don't interact, nothing. And that's what's taken this second person to finally realize how ridiculously magical you actually are. Like they are so drawn to you, and you're not even trying is the thing. It's the fact that you don't try. You're just you. You're just you. They love that. There's no mask that you wear. I think they've been checking into your social media posts. I think they have. I think they are gauging your social media posts to see when's the appropriate time to reach out to you. I don't post my own social media, so. You need to follow your own rhythm, allowing yourself to have the ebb and flow with your energy, not trying to be stuck in the same state for so long. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? For some people, they think that like the goal is to reach an extremely high frequency and to stay there. That is impossible. That is impossible. Why? Well, are you alive? Because if you're alive, there's a rhythm to your life, and the beat goes like so. It's a heartbeat. That's evidence of life. The highs, the lows, the pause in between, the highs, the lows, the pause in between. That's evidence that you are actually still alive. So, whatever this is, follow your rhythm. Follow your rhythm, okay? Just allow yourself to have the ebb and flow. It's a very natural thing. And when you allow yourself, you're no longer separated between the mind and the spirit. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. You enter into a space of kokoro. Yup. That's a centered space. That's a space of stillness. That's where you have the ability to access more of your gifts with minimal effort. Minimal effort. And I think that's the goal. Whatever this is that's happening, it's intended to trigger this in you. It's intended to cause you to go into that centered space. I don't know if you're going to have interaction with these people. That third person is just, you need to hugas your pek because that's stank coochie energy right there. You know, that degree of jealousy, compete, compare, like, what does she have that I don't have? I have all this success, all this yada da 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 da. How do you know she doesn't? How do you know that she doesn't? That's an assumption, right? You don't know your own value. You make it look so easy and effortless, being as magical as you are, that people who are jealous of you, they wonder, what's the big deal about you? Everything. From the way you breathe, to the way you move, to the way your existence is noticed by all. Everything about you is a big deal. Not because you try, but because it is. You have an influence on the environment around you. And whoever this second person is, they recognize your magic in ways that you probably still need time to recognize. So then what needs to happen? Just keep being you. Perfection of your life, but it's in reverse. This card is usually about how, you know, there's an inferno and everything is collapsing, but you're still trying to present yourself and your life as this curated type of Instagram page with the perfect accoutrements to every circumstance, perfectly set table, perfect vacations, and this and that. I mean, for you, maybe you don't take vacation. I don't take vacation. Should that make you and I feel like, oh, we're not succeeding in the way that we're supposed to? I don't need a vacation for my life. I'm happy with my life. I love my life. As a matter of fact, I rarely leave the house. Why? Because I love the way it feels to be home. So does that mean you're not succeeding? No, it just means that you know what you want, and maybe you don't need a break from a life that is misaligned. Maybe your life is so aligned that you don't need a break from it. I know I don't. I love my life. People sometimes ask me, how do you manage to stay on a live stream for like 2-3 hours? I love my community. I love my life. It doesn't feel like 2-3 hours. My classes are several hours long. It doesn't feel like several hours. As a matter of fact, the last time I did a fire ceremony event, I was live straight for 7 hours on TikTok. I was live for 7 hours straight doing expedites. And it was fun the entire time. I don't need a break. When I do need a break, I go lay down and have a break. I don't need what society tells me I need. And that's part of evidence of my growth. No longer allowing myself to live in such a way where society dictates to me what will make me happy, what showcases my worth. I think it's time to no longer participate in those type of circumstance where you need someone else, you need something else to validate you. You can validate yourself. You're fully capable of validating yourself. You're fully capable of saying the kind things that you seek to hear from other people. I'm sure you compliment other people quite a bit, but you never really allow yourself to say those kind words to yourself. Why is that? Because that's not very nice. That's not very nice at all. It's something that we need to do more of. We need to allow ourselves to get to a point where we can compliment ourselves. It's not you being self-centered. It's not you being selfish. It's you finally entering into a space where you understand your worth. You celebrate that. Celebrate the things that need to be celebrated. Free from judgment, free to love, but again, it's in reverse. So what's this telling me? That you don't allow yourself to be free to love yourself. When was the last time you told yourself that you look good? When was the last time? When was the last time that you allowed yourself to reach a point where you're just like, oh my God, I'm so proud of myself? When was the last time? Evidence of this type of existence. We're always thinking about some future event where we're going to be healthier, we're going to be skinnier, we're going to have better skin, better hair. You know, as you continue to age, which you will continue to age, you'll never look and feel as young again as you do in this moment. If you're doing the things that you're needing to do, of course. Yeah, I look at pictures of myself once in a great while. Wow, why did I think I was so big? I wasn't at all. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. That's so crazy. This dysmorphia that many of us struggle with without realizing that we're struggling with it. This dysmorphia also, it bleeds over into our spiritual journeys. Because rather than being okay with who you are and embracing who you are, you just, I don't know, wish you were more of this, wish you were more of that, wish you were less, wish you were, you're perfectly you in this moment. And if you allow yourself, you will then rebirth yourself. You will allow yourself to exit out of that confined space that for some, you might think you've been imprisoned in your own insecurities, but in reality, you've re-entered the sacred hoo-ha. You are in the confines of a sacred womb, and now you must traverse the canal. You must come out of confinement as your true authentic self, allowing yourself to just be who you are is so powerful. The most powerful pivot I have ever experienced in my publicly witnessed journey was that period where I allowed myself to finally just be me. It's beautiful. It is beautiful to know how much I can handle, but don't allow myself to endure because I no longer have to prove. Sometimes we allow ourselves to go through unfair circumstance just to kind of prove to ourselves, or worse, to prove to someone else that we have the ability to do it, that we can survive it. I'm not a survivor. Why? Well, I mean, at some point in your life, you're going to have to survive something. No. No. Why? Oh, because Emmy probably thinks she's better than everyone. No. I'm not a survivor and I will never be a survivor. Why? Because I choose to be a thriver. I choose to thrive. Any circumstance where I identify someone is trying to victimize me, I will not do what it takes to survive. I will do what it takes to no longer be accessible so that I will never be affected by their foolery. Like, no, no. At least once a year, I experience this where someone tries. No, I can't control anything else, but I can absolutely control myself and my journey, my life, how I experience that. I can have control over that. I might not be able to control what I experience, but I can absolutely control the way in which I experience it. And if you think this is some like philosophical bullshit, no. From 2015 all the way through until 2019, I was transient with my family. We were categorically homeless. And for several of those years, we lived in a parking lot. Is that a sad moment in my life? Did I survive that difficulty? I embraced it. It was the most beautiful period of my family's history. It was the most beautiful period of my family's history. I credit that period for the reasoning as to why my family is so close. My family is so close to each other. Mm-hmm. So did I fool myself into thinking that everything was okay? No, I made sure everything was okay. I made sure. I did what my soul instructed me to do to ensure everything would be okay. We were always protected. We had every single meal we ever wanted. We didn't just survive, we thrived. And we're still thriving. As a family, we're still thriving. Why? Because as the matriarch, I have a major say. I have a major say in the direction that our family goes. That's the power of the matriarch. Does that mean I control my husband? No, he has his own say. For the most part, we're aligned. When it comes to our family, we know what needs to be done. So then what needs to happen for all of you? You need to step into your power and start controlling your perspective, your perception. Remember, perspective is your level of elevation. Where are you on the mountain of life? And your elevation does not increase your worth, because what you do while elevated, that's what matters. You can rush to the top of the mountain if you want. You're going to be there alone. What did that do? To prove that you were at the top first? Good for you. I'm not interested in being at the top first. I'm interested in maximizing everything I do at whatever elevation I'm placed at. And that's how I know I've grown. There's no compete, compare. There's no need to prove. There's no any of that. You just are. And where you identify the need for further growth, further healing, that's what you focus on. You have all these people who never take a look inside, but instead continue to project and bleed all over other people. Yep. They project onto you their issues. They use you and your following of them to prove that they have some type of value over you. I'm not interested in a community like that. Not at all. I'm not interested in being your guru. If you want me to be your teacher, you go to my academy. Here, we're a community of equals. equals who are on the same journey of self rediscovery, because you've always been this. Whatever it is that you're trying to be, you've always been that, but you've never allowed yourself to fully recognize and fully live it. Why? Because at some point in your life, someone in your environment said it wasn't okay. I've had so many people tell me it's not okay that I exist. I don't give a fuck. I don't. I really, really don't. I don't. What's my existence have to do with someone else? I'm no longer going to try and survive the mean things that people say. And I have more than my fair share of people trying to say mean things, trying to convince me to hate myself. No, I'm actually a really good person. I'm very loving. I'm very kind, very compassionate. I'm so genuine, it's ridiculous. Yeah, you'll always know where you stand with me. Because if I don't like you, there won't be space for you to stand. You will not be welcome in any space that I occupy. None. I don't do the fake shit. I don't. Not at all. Yeah. Why do you think I keep my following small? Because the world isn't ready for real. The world isn't ready for true, authentic, genuine. They want the sugar coated. If you want the sugar coated, you're not going to get it from me. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear so you can begin thinking for yourself. And that's all I can do. Share with you my own journey, my thoughts, and how it's grown me. And then leave you to decide what part of what I said applies to you and how will you apply it. And when you begin doing that, you then enter into the reality that you are actually my equal. That you are my equal. It's no longer some line. You actually are my equal. What's it take to be my equal? Think for yourself. Live your life with no apologies. That's it. Think for yourself. Live your life with no apologies. And some might say, oh, what about being a good person? Who defines what a good person is? Because let me tell you, there is this individual that I became aware existed last year. And for my set of standards, even if I wasn't the one that they were hyper fixated on, I would say that's not a good person. Because at first it was like, well, maybe that person just, because they don't know me, I've never interacted with them. Maybe they just believe the lies that came out of another person's mouth about me. And that's what they were so riled up about. But then as people began to show me video after video after video of their behavior, they're so not a fucking good person. They are so not a fucking good person. This is someone who very proudly has announced on their live streams, and people screen recorded that shit. They announce on their live streams how they do malignant, dark, demonic fucking magic on people that don't agree with them. And you want to tell me I'm fucking evil? Wow. Okay. So really, what is a good person? It's whatever you define it to be. And if you want to listen to someone else and their definition, eventually it's going to bite you in the ass. Because that's what I see over and over and over in those types of communities. That is what I see over and over and over. It's not for me to tell you where you belong, but it is for me to tell you this space is my space. We don't do that kind of shit here. This is a space where you can feel peaceful, where you can know without a doubt the matriarch that holds this space, which is me. I will fucking defend you. You don't have to ask me to. No energies are allowed to mingle. No one is allowed to touch you in this space. No one and nothing. And that's all I can say. Does that mean you should always be here in this space with me? You have to live too. You have to live too. You have to go do whatever you need to do. No, I don't count it as like, oh my God, you've abandoned me if you're not here. We all have to live. We all have to be free to exist in the way that we exist. I don't take it personally if life takes you somewhere else at all. So, what have you learned? That's for you to begin figuring out. This has been a difficult year for most people. It really has. It's been a very difficult year internally for most people. And you've been growing. You've been growing in ways you don't realize. Now it's time to take inventory of the ways in which you grew and see what other parts of you can continue to grow. By next year, life will be very different. It will be very, very, very different. And I hope whatever you do during this period, leading up to next year, leading up to 2026, it causes you to see what you deserve. It causes you to allow yourself to receive it. Because really, whatever you get, that's always been yours. It's always been yours, and you've been the only one, probably because you're believing other people, but you've been the only one to be able to either sign for that package or send it away. Time to stop withholding. Time to stop convincing yourself that someone else deserves what was already partitioned for you, allocated just for you by Creator itself. No more. Don't apologize for your growth. Don't apologize for your healing. Don't apologize for exiting the environments that give you no permission to heal and grow. Don't. Lisa says, yep, like you defended me the other day on your live. I've never felt so loved and protected and cared for, and I'm grateful for that. Oh, I do love you, Lisa. I do. I had to take that live stream down because you know why? I should have never said the things that I said. It was going to give her a ledge to put her tippy toes on to launch a family-based attack on you. So I took them down. I took all the videos down. Yeah. So if you're not able to see that video, Lisa, that's why. That's why. I don't want something that I've said to be the reasoning that another uses to make you feel even more horrible about yourself. Absolutely not. I will not allow that. I will absolutely not allow that. So I took it down. So guys, I have to get going. There's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot of potential, and it's trying to find its way to you. And if you allow, beautiful things can happen for you. Not because I said so, but because that's what your soul said. I'm simply reiterating the very things you've been told but couldn't hear. That's all. So I love you guys. I'm going to see you again very soon. I'm going to be live tomorrow in the evening, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, to do expedites. Enjoy the